Man, I wish I got a before video of what this looked like. I could probably use some videos from, running my mini skidder to kind of give you an idea, but dude, this is so much better. So last year I had a couple tree companies drop a bunch of piles of chips right here. And I flattened it all out. I mean, I got chips basically from here all the way to here was wood chips. This whole, quarter of an acre was wood chips, other than my garden, obviously. And it did great, keeping the weeds down, everything like that. I'll just weed eat it, every couple of weeks in the spring, and it does pretty good. This year I had, last Father's Day, my dad and I dropped like 8 trees right here, and they all fell right here in this open spot. And I had an absolute mess of branches and logs to clean up. I gave a bunch of it away. I used a bunch of it for firewood this year. I stacked a bunch of it over there along the road. But I finally got it cleaned up, and I decided to get a chainsaw toothed blade for my weed eater, and it does amazing on these blackberries. And so I'm going to let these blackberries keep growing along the fence, but this was just completely overgrown right here. I mean, it was coming all the way out, 20, 30 feet. This whole corner of my property, unfortunately, is still all blackberries, and I've got a lot of work to do back here, which is fine. But that chainsaw toothed blade on my weed eater is it's making pretty quick work of it. And so my plan is to have the tree companies back on in here, dump their piles right here. And I can put that plow back on my truck after I get all these blackberries knocked down and just push wood chips over this entire thing. And then, come spring, they'll all be settled down well enough to where I don't have a riding mower yet, but I want to get one. And I'll just riding mower it, every week and keep the blackberries down. And, for a couple of years, it's probably gonna be annoying. But I think it'll be worth it, in other words. And I also plan on getting goats or something at some point. So as soon as I get those, they're basically gonna be free range from about here all the way out like that. And they'll be able to maintain this whole area, no problem. There's a big stump in here. I dumped a ton of rocks in here when I was planting my lawn. So there's a bunch of big boulders in here that are going to be annoying. My plow, I'll be able to push them out of the way, but it'll be a little bit annoying there for a little while. There's lots of nails in here, so I might pump a tire, which will be kind of fucking gay, but whatever. I don't know. I just think it looks way better. I mean, just this, how it is right now, after this rains a couple times, there aren't any rocks showing. I buried all the rocks, so I might even just run my mower over this whole thing and call it good. Yeah, and then like I said, we'll keep these blackberries growing, so you can walk by and pick them, and then I'll just weed eat those every week, every couple of weeks, make sure they just stay on the fence. Yeah, I'm going to let the blackberries keep growing on the fence, though. I'm going to try to get them to grow all the way around the majority of my property, or at least this back end of my property, because there are some scumbags in my neighborhood, and I'd like to keep them out. And I don't know if this barbed wire is enough, but, you know, because that's only just 2 or 3 cuts and they're through it, you know, whereas they're not going to want to get through that. And this last year we had a big fire, and every day they were arresting 3 to 4 people in my neighborhood every day because they were out and about doing shit on people's properties they shouldn't be on, looting and stealing stuff. So, yeah. But I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think?